name is DeLizza. I co-own and work at a recording studio here in the city, Free Lab Recording, over on Hyde and Eddy, just kind of by downtown. I record bands and rappers and singers and artists, and I also make my own music. I compose. I also teach part-time at SAE, just teaching Pro Tools and audio stuff. Some of the projects I've been working on recently, I've been doing a lot of independent stuff, working with a few local bands, Tambo Rays, one of them, a few rap artists for an entertainment company, or up-and-coming entertainment company, just doing hip-hop and R&B singles. I'm currently doing vocal recording and editing for Jello Opera with the Dead Kennedys. Just got a session right after this, going over there, and I'll be mixing that album with a friend in a few weeks, so looking forward to that. So that's one of the bigger things I have going on right now. I've been a recording engineer full-time for about 5 years. Like it's been, what I've been doing every day for a job. Before that, I did it as a hobby, making music. I started in elementary school and junior high with software programs and playing instruments and stuff like that. And then in 2006, I went to Full Sail, so kind of just to take it to the next level. And then after that, I kind of shifted into doing it full-time. Career highlight is working with Jello Opera. I know from Dead Kennedys, it's pretty fun. He's a cool guy. He's expects you to be on your toes, which is cool. And he's definitely one of the bigger artists I've worked with. Did a few things with a rapper from around here called Kinetic Source, and I'm mixing his album right now, and it's really good. It's got some guest features from Charlie Tuna from Jurassic 5, Prince Poe, and just a few other rappers and stuff. So that's an exciting project. One good piece of advice that I kind of wish I had heeded, because I pretty much was told it a few times, was don't just start your own recording studio, which I did, and I still owe a ton of money. I mean, we have a large format console, we have a large SSL we're still paying down, and if I would have gone back, instead of starting my own studio, I probably would have freelanced out of major studios with big equipment, because starting your own studio, you kind of, unless you have a ton of money, you're starting with mediocre equipment anyway, and just the cost of operating is not really worth it. I think it would be better just to go in as a freelance engineer, rent out rooms, kind of big rooms when you need them. So that was one thing I probably should have listened to. I've done a few little video game things. It's not like my main thing. I kind of just do freelance whenever the gigs pop up. I've done a few major games. I worked on EA, the multiplayer Sims for Wii, so I did sound design on that. I did probably 60-80% of all the sounds in a recent Disney video game. It was Tangled. It was like a kid's movie. So for Wii and for Nintendo DS. And I've done, little things here and there for independent, kind of smaller companies, just, 150 or 100 sound effects here and there. And I've also done music for a few video games, just nothing big, just little Facebook games, but still nonetheless. Keep your options open, especially if you like paying your bills. It's like kind of take whatever, and it's nowadays the market is kind of hard. So if you can do more of that kind of stuff, you'll be better off. Also, I learn a lot from doing that kind of stuff that I can apply. I learned stuff from sound design that I can apply to mixing or making music, or how to make cool sounds in a beat or something like that. It's also good. It's a different atmosphere as opposed to working with artists, being in more of a corporate environment, kind of working with different teams. You have to work with the programmers and stuff like that. So it gives you good people skills as well. More, so just a different skill set than working in just a recording studio, because the atmosphere is a little bit different.